All right, guys, we are going outside with Rocko, who's been on national television, so like that. So a couple things that Chris and Stan, go ahead and tell them what you look for when you are actually judging dog training or trainers. Let me get back here real quick.
In your shape?
Yeah, just for the purpose of the camera not getting too hot too fast.
So one thing I look for is how interested the dog is into the handler. Are they afraid? Are they doing it because they're scared to get corrected, or do they really want to be there with the owner? The tone of voice the person uses. Are they having to scream at their dog to pay attention?
That's a good one.
Can they just talk to the dog? And then I want to look if distractions, how much he's paying attention, because there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. So there's going to be people, probably music going on. Is that dog still in tune with that handler? Because that's going to be most important. So there's going to be an obedience pattern where they're going to make a left turn, a right turn, an about turn, and that dog needs to be in the proper position. So you take a couple of steps, you gauge where the dog is at, and then if they're slow on the turn, or if they start lagging, or if they're dropping their head, anything like that are going to be what we're looking for.
Now, mind you, people, what I like too is that Marcus has put on his whole body, this little suit right here, and Rocco's not paying no mind. Which, off top, if I'm judging, I'm looking at, like Stan does, all these little things, because until he gives Rocco direction, which is like in life, we all need a little direction, including me. And I ask Stan about it, so I call him just like he calls me different times. Hey, man. Hey, man. Oh. Bro, I still got to put that down. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do me like that, bro. But even when you're looking at this, you go, that's how I need my dog to be, because he knows what this is. Rocco knows beyond a reasonable doubt. If he saw trying to someone else working, he'd turn up.
Oh, yeah.
But
he's like, we ain't doing nothing, Daddy ain't talking to me yet.
Yeah, and that right there is building that line of communication, which I've talked about many times. And so Rocco understands that unless father, pops, dad, my owner, handler asked me to pay attention, focus, dial it in, we're good. He's marking everything right now, boy. You on a mission.
And that's one reason why he is retired.
He done now. He's about 9 years old, and I tell you one thing, I do know that Chris really enjoyed Rocco and you guys's.
Yeah, when we went out there.
I said, hey, come on out here to Chris's, and Chris was like, yo, that's crazy. Him and that dog, they are bonded, man. He said that owner handler. He said that's nuts, man. That's nuts. Hey, buddy. All right, man, let's get it going. So right now what he's about to put you through is a sequence. That sequence very simple. You're going, hey, look, this is what I'm looking for. Go ahead and get him into a heel, send him, bring him back, and then have him guard. My God, bro. And again, Rocco's an old joker, man. He's tired, but he looked up. And what's Stan doing right now?
No! Heel!
He got to give me a little taste.
I gotta let him know you're there. Heel.
And mind you, people, it's hot. It's hot.
Heel. And
see that right there? He just dialed him in. Literally dialed him in, you see. And this is a pit bull that Stan paid $150 for. This is a $150 pit bull that just loves Stan, period.
Nope. Yes. When I come back this second, I'm going to send you a picture. Heel.
Now, mind you, he's walking, passing the his chew toy. It's a live chew toy. And now, what you about to do now? Send him?
Yep.
All right. That's a 9-year-old dog. Get him busy. That's a good dog right there, people.
So look at his grip. There we go. Now you can swing him around and all. Boy. Now you can.
He got that funny bone.
That's that Rocko fight now.
Good boy. Eat. Yes. All right. Rocko, out. Heel. Yes, I can.
Walking past him again, people. I should do this. I could commentate on the show. I could commentate. This might be the next thing. We got to find some commentation.
Try to make him miss. All right.
Rocco's a hot dog to make miss too.
Eat! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my boy. That's my boy. Come on. I know you're tired. Come on.
And Jacob bit him in the back. Imagine a dog biting your back, boy. That would suck.
Oh man, thank you. Oh man. Oh man. Oh my God.
Oh man, this right here, people. I enjoy this right here. But not even the biting. It's really just watching the dog and the owner be entertained.
Guard.
And when he says guard, what that means, the dog's looking. Now, see Jamarcus move. And once he moves, and it's got to be a sharp move objectively, the dog is allowed to re-engage. So sometimes they'll say guard. The guy will come back up, shake the guy's hand, meaning he would have shook Jamarcus's hand, especially in a guard situation where the guy should be pretty still.
We'll do a call out, so you should be able to stop your dog before he gets there. So I'm going to give him one command, and he should come back.
And mind you, it's hot. Rocko already did a lot for us. He already got over a fence a couple times. Jesus, jump up, kiss him in the face.
Eat! Rocko, whoa! Oh,
And now, mind you, people, practice makes perfect. Rocco's been out of practice. Stan, you don't even work Rocko no more.
Huh?
You don't even work him no more.
Nah, I don't even remember the last time you even had a bite. Probably the last time we came out here.
Yeah, and that was two weeks ago.
Eat! Whoa!
That right there is what you want to see.
You know what you're supposed to do.
There you go. There you go. There you go. So you got to see firsthand. Normally a dog will run past or stop and turn right back around. Imagine somebody pushing that dog, chewing on that collarbone.
Come on, get him off me, please. Come on.
Rocko, out!
Said, gotta get a final shake in there and let him know I was there.
Heel.
Yes, my boy.
Good stuff, people. And that's how the cookie crumbles. Good stuff, Rocko. It's hot, man.
We're gonna put him inside, let him cool down.
The show is about promoting something bigger than the beast of the leash. My job is to make it look like it's way bigger than it is. And it might be 500 people there. Biggest bully show currently has maybe had 93 dogs. It used to be 300-400 dogs back in the day. 93 dogs over five. They have what, 4 shows in the show. It's the same dogs. You get tired of looking at them. I want to see an opportunity for the dogs to, be challenged even. So, at anywho, people will be at Beast of the East. Bring your beast if it's good on a leash. If it's as good as Rocko, we will test that as well. Chris has given us parameters, meaning like, hey, how far you want to take this thing? What all do you want to do? I said, what can be done? We're going to see how much we can bring to the table, type of dogs we can bring, and just opportunities to better the dogs. So I'm excited. I'm glad Stan's going to be there as well. And judging.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, and for them it's all he's behind the camera, the content's gonna be OD then.
Yeah, I called him up and said, hey, did y'all pick your flight already? Because I want to be there from everything. I want to get all of the footage.
He don't want to miss a thing, man. And to keep in mind, as I told him, I'm gonna get 10 videos of Chris. I love getting within Chris and me on camera is crack. Because he knows a lot. And he's like, well, he come down and says, what we shooting today? He gets into his groove when I get there and start fussing. So, Beast on the Leash. We're going to be out in Virginia. All 3 of us, my Jamarcus, and look like Jamal's coming too.
What specific area in Virginia?
I have I'll post a link. I literally have the link. He sent me everything. Tickets, you want to buy a ticket now, you want to get out there, know the exact address, the venue, it's all going to be in the link. I have it all. And the address. So I'll let him know at some point in time. I ain't got my phone on me. I literally don't got nothing on me, people. And anywho, thank you so much for putting Rocko on display, giving them something to set a goal for. Guys, that was how much? $150, right?
Yeah.
Rocko's $150. Which shows you that the highest form of communicating with your dog is simply love. And you didn't even start training until he was what?
2 years old.
2 years old. 2 years old is when him and Rocko, after $150, some of y'all buying 3. I have 2. I've got $8,000, $10,000. I got dogs that are real expensive. And unfortunately, they're stupid. That's the truth. My best dog was Coco. She died and lived till she was 14. I repeat, she was with the Indian family from Calcutta, Dr. Suman Kambadi, people in Kansas that never owned a pit bull, and they loved this dog with their whole heart. And my nana, my grandpa, I forgot that my grandpa at 80-something kept her when she was pregnant. I had nowhere to go when my dog was pregnant one time, and my grandpa kept her. I said, Grandpa, what you been over here doing? Oh, me and Coco, we run around, eat chicken at night. What? Not knowing that chicken probably is why all them 10 puppies was so doggone healthy. again, didn't know half the stuff I know now. So when he says $150, I bought Adonis for $350. I bought a dog named Drake for $500. I had Athena for $350, and I bought a dog that my buddy couldn't keep, Terry, and he had to bring it back. His name was Atlas. Long story short, Coco was the one dog out of all those dogs I sold before I moved to Arizona before turning 21. I said, look, Ma, I can't, you got to figure it out. And get this, there's a dude named Ryan in Olathe who I left Coco with. I was like, yo, nobody can manage it. And he was a breeder, and he had mad dogs at the house. He had a 4-year-old daughter. I remember her being this big. She's grown now. But I remember her being this big, and he commented, he said, Trev, I was so nervous. My daughter grabbed Coco's ears, because I didn't crop her ears, and was yanking on her. And he said, she didn't do nothing but lick her. He said, this dog is crazy nuts. My mom had to ship Coco to me at 4 in the morning because in Arizona, once it hits 100 degrees, it's 100 degrees. And it was one morning where I was able to get her sent to me. And then get this, I'm in Arizona. I'm gonna tell you this whole story one day. It's a whole thing.
We ain't even heard this one yet. It's an exclusive.
Yeah. I get put out. This a whole thing, bro. It's a whole thing. Point is this: $150, best dog I ever had. That's the only dog I couldn't get rid of. And some of those dogs had UKC paperwork. Coco's not leaving. I'm like, she can't go. I'm sorry. We gotta figure this one out. And Ryan kept her. So many people held on to her, and even still, she died in great hands just 3 months ago. I had her before I turned 21. 35 now, people. Stay tuned. Take care of your dogs. Beasts in the East. This guy's Judge Beasts on a Leash. Anything you want to add to that?
Take care of your dog.
That's it, people.